Alright guys, and welcome back to the Saints Video channel for Sunday content for a quick video as I report on Southampton's first pre-season friendly of, pre-season, and it was a big emphatic 7-1 win, or sort of. It was two 60-minute games added together. It was a 7-1 win for the Saints against Swansea City, who are a decent championship side. So obviously on paper, seeing us score 7 goals against a decent championship side, you think, that's a good effort. But like I said, the way it worked was two 60-minute games with 30-minute halves. So almost 30-minute quarters if you want to see it as one big game. But to start off the first 30 minutes, the team was McCarthy, Walker-Peters, Stevens, Bednarek, Bertrand, Romeu, Ward-Prowse, Armstrong, Redmond, Adams, Ings. So that gives you an idea of where we're looking in terms of that starting lineup that will start on in 2 Saturdays' time. It's not far away now at all, against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. That definitely looks like our first team at the moment, or our first choice 11. A couple goals from Ings, Ward-Prowse, I believe Bertrand scored, Adams scored, I think Redmond scored as well. So that was where the 7 goals came from in those 30 minutes. It was unchanged. I think a few sort of fringe players might have gotten a bit of time in the second 30. But then in the second game, it was less convincing. It was massively changed for both sides. The starting lineup was Fraser Forster, Jan Valery, Yannick Vestergaard, Christoph Clara, Jake Vokins, Callum Slattery, Will Smallbone, Moussa Djenepo, Sofiane Boufal, Shane Long, and Michael Obafemi. Now, in the end, they lost that game 1-0. So added together, that's where the 7-1 comes from. And so it sounds like our squad depth needs a bit of work. There are a few fringe players that sound like they need to work a bit harder. I mean, you look at that second string side, of course, none of those players are, you'd say at the moment, the way we finished the season, close really to a starting spot in the league. Djenepo, Boufal, Long, Obafemi, you'd think those guys are definitely behind the likes of Redmond, Armstrong, Adams, Ings, the way certain players performed come the end of the season. But looking at the other players in there, it was interesting to see that Forster was in there. No Angus Gunn, so definitely suggests that Fraser Forster will be our second choice keeper this season. Of course, you'd expect the likes of Valery, Vokins, Smallbone in there. Nice to see Jankovic. He sounds like he's going to be included a bit more. Clara as well. I think he played in friendlies out in China last summer, but we haven't seen him anywhere near the first team. But Jankovic was on the bench for a couple of the games during restart. So interesting, definitely interesting to see, of course, seeing a 7-0 win in one 60-minute game. That gives you a lot of encouragement, because it sounds like the first game for Swansea as well, and for us, full strength sides, and then that second game was a bit more irrelevant. But if our second team, that is losing to Swansea's second team 1-0, I'm a little bit concerned about that. But to think that we're getting goals still from Ings, Adams is scoring, Redmond scoring, Ward-Prowse got a couple, even Bertrand scored. I'm very happy with that. I was a bit concerned, to be honest, about the lack of friendlies, given that some teams have been playing 2, 3, even 4, and the fact that this was our first one. But definitely looks like we're sharp, pretty much like we never left really, and the season never ended. So that's very encouraging ahead of the new season, which, like I said, starts in 2 weeks. It's coming very, very quickly. But that is it for the video. I just wanted to have a little report just to sort of compress the information for you guys, make it a bit more manageable as opposed to reading the match report. But if you have enjoyed the video, leave it a like. If you haven't yet already, subscribe. We're very close, almost, but we're getting there to 3,000 subscribers. So if you haven't yet already, do make sure you've subscribed with your notifications turned on. Follow us on our socials, and we'll see you very soon in another video.